Hello, dear lovely learners. So, sometimes we should talk to self. It doesn't matter we are getting partner, companions, or not. It doesn't matter. We should talk to self as well. We often listen many statements from somebody and from many creators and teachers like shadowing practice. It's a quite effective in order to improve your communication. But every time, it doesn't work. So sometimes we have to talk to self this way. Sometimes you can open your camera, you can record yourself while talking to yourself. Some matters. This is the way you can improve your English because you have to learn how to speak anything. Okay. If I talk about my opinion, so I always try to talk to myself something else. This is called imagination way to improve yourself. Talking to self, you can recall new vocabulary and you do not feel under pressure. It's supposed to be, if I'm talk about like if you are going to have yourself into any conversation room, in that situation you are going to feel under pressure because of having many topics from other sides, and as well as you have to consider quickly the answer related to that topics. So somewhere you are feeling under pressure, but talking to self, it's a very convenient for everybody who want to really create any statement or any opinions on many matters, right? So talking to self, it's a quite effective, I would say, and reaching to the better level into communication, into this language, I would say. Sometimes I always, I talk something. I always try to add on new vocabulary in my statement because nowadays I'm watching so many. I mean, co-learners. They have been suffering a lot because many of them have proper reasons, to learn this language. Many of them have the targeted of getting job, any private companies, I would say. Many of them have the desire to go out of this India, I would say, and to be settled in different countries and cities. So we can say there are several desires surrounding us, right? And there is the only one language, it's become the barrier of our success. So we have to learn as soon as possible. Every people are running behind grammar or etc. But I would like to tell you here, chasing behind grammars, it will never help you. Okay, you have to learn how to talk to people. Same as kids are started talking to their parents. They started observing the somebody talk and they started imitating self like them because this is called childhood's way to learn out to improve anything. Sometime you can watch an English web series, English movies, because in this time we are living in a digital era. So we are going to have varieties of content for improving self, right? Especially in this time, the being are influenced a lot by watching additional kinds of activities of the human, right, on social media. So my dear friends, today I will alert all of you, don't waste your time on watching rubbish things. It will never give you any benefit except of ruining your present time, your golden times, because you know very well time is so precious. So it's totally up to you where are you going to utilize your time on which things. I think there are multiple ways surrounding us, but we are unable to see this. Why it is happening? Because of not having clarity, not having the visions, two visions, clear visions towards our goals, our targeted. Learning anything, there is no need to burn yourself much more. You need to apply the right strategy. You have to have a right approach. This is the needs of everybody who want to improve any skill, especially if I talk about social media and YouTube, I would say. So billion of ideas are you going to have on YouTube, right? But you do not know how to utilize such a beautiful features. We can take a multiple advantage, many more advantages from it. We can learn anything, but we are not knowing what to do because of having a lot of confusions. My dear friends, sometimes we should read books as well. But one thing, when we start reading any books, in that situation we are getting boringness, right? We are getting feeling, we are getting quite boring and we left very early. Why? Because two things will never give you pleasing, amusing, I would say. If you really want to amuse yourself while doing any activities in your day-to-day life, so they will never give you that much satisfaction what you deserves in your life. I mean to say that entertaining self it's okay for a while, but doing anything for long time and living in your own comfort zone, it's not better for long time of your life. So somewhere we have to move on, right? And sometimes we have to go through toughest way, hardest way, I would say, because going through hardest way and toughest way you are going to experience something specific and unique that is a very necessity for your life and growth. Okay, sometimes you should watch political matters, sometimes you should watch bio, I mean what I say, science related stuff. So having multiple steps on your day-to-day life, you're going to acquire more and more knowledge, and having more knowledge, it will help you to flawlessly talk on any matters, because you are going to accumulate many vocabulary as well related that matters. So everything is a quite necessity for you to be fluent into this language, like me, because I'm not a stick on the same thing every times. I always try to visit into a different areas where I'm going to experience something unique, and I always try to implement all the stuff that what I accumulated earlier from anywhere. Sometimes I love to interact with the people, sometimes I love to talk to myself, sometimes I always try to remember out my previous data, what I used to learn. Okay, and the important part I want to say here, learning anything, it's better way to teach somebody. If you teach somebody, you're going to learn very quickly, because you are going to purify your each concept of your own related to any matters. Purifications of your concept and your opinions towards any matters, it will give you plenty of experience and clarity that will be very convenient for you to highlight surrounding your student in order to explain anything in details. So teaching, it's a very amazing work, I would say. It's a quite precious for every individuals to acquire more and more knowledges for entire life, and as well as you are going to have the equal respect from each individual. So these are the things is very imperative to all individuals, especially in this era. So my dear friends, this was a little chit chat with you all today, and I hope you would be enjoyed a lot while watching me, and you would must I think you must have some solutions, and you must have grabbed some strategy for your communication improvement. So thank you so much for staying with me. Bye.